Hey YouTubers, what's going on? Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Today we are working on a 2013 Chevy Malibu, and we've got a P0011 error code, and that is the intake camshaft solenoid. This is a very easy do-it-yourself project. Let's get started. First thing we want to do is safety first, always. Let's pop the hood and disconnect the negative terminal to the battery and cut all electrical power to the engine. Here's the front of the engine on the right hand side. If yours is the same as ours, there's a clip on this side and on the opposite side. Go ahead and pinch those and remove this cover. The battery is underneath this. There's the battery, and there is the negative terminal. Grab your 10mm socket and remove this nut, and remove this entire negative terminal from the actual battery. Once you get the negative terminal off the battery, set it in a position where it's not going to hop back on the terminal lead. Next, grab your T27 and remove these torque screws. We are going to remove this entire plastic case from the engine. All the torque screws are removed. Next, let's go ahead and remove your oil cap. Set that aside where it doesn't drip on the engine. Next thing you want to do, grab a paper towel and put it inside the actual inlet of the oil to alleviate anything falling inside the oil. At this point, hand on each side, lift up and pull this whole plastic piece off. You can set that aside. Now this is a very important step. We have the exhaust camshaft solenoid on the front. We have the intake solenoid on the rear. This is a 2.5 liter engine, 2013 Chevy Malibu. If you're driving a Chevy Malibu that is a different engine size or a different year, yours could be positioned differently, so pay attention to that. So again, we have the A code, so we are going to focus on removing the intake solenoid. Focusing in now, you've got this plastic tab. That is the locking tab for the electrical connection point. Just by pressing this white tab rearward, you will be able to remove this plastic connection point. Electrical connection point is disconnected, and it might be easier to reference this one. To remove these clips, as I mentioned earlier, this little white locking tab, push that back, that's going to pop out, and then you push it forward or in, and it's going to raise a little hook internally, and then you just pull it off. From here, let's grab a 10mm socket. We can use the same socket and ratchet that we used to take off the nut on the battery. And let's remove this bolt. Once you get this bolt removed, we can actually just pop this whole solenoid right out of its socket. Before I actually remove the solenoid from its socket, I am going to place a paper towel down below because there is going to be a little bit of oil that comes out of here, and I don't want it dripping all over the engine down below. Since we got the bolt removed, let's go ahead and slowly remove this from the socket. Alright, from here I'm going to immediately place it inside a plastic bag, so again, none of the oil leaks anywhere. Here's the new part. Let's go ahead and open it up. Verify that it is the exact same part, the intake, and it is. The difference is with the exhaust, it will have a plastic case on this tip. So if you got a solenoid with that plastic piece and you're supposed to replace the intake, unfortunately you got the wrong one, you got the exhaust. That plastic case is on this one. So let's go ahead and insert this, back this nut out, position the solenoid in, align the bolt properly, and push it in until it is secure. Just like that. You heard the click. I'll grab the socket and tighten this bolt down. 10mm bolt is secure. I'm going to now remove this paper towel with oil and dispose that properly in this box. From here, grab the electrical connection point and reconnect it to the solenoid. Push it in until it clicks. And from here, grab the white locking tab, push it forward. This electrical connection point is now on, locked, and secure. It's now time to grab the plastic cover and put that on, but it is very important prior to doing that, verify that you do not have any tools laying on the engine. Plastic cover, hand on each side, slowly angle it properly, position it over the actual oil inlet, and line it up with the actual holes where the torque screws go in. Let's go ahead and remove this paper towel. Reinsert the oil cap. Now grab the 3 torque screws and tighten those down. It is is now time to reconnect the negative terminal on the battery. Grab that 10mm socket and secure this 10mm nut. Next, grab the plastic cover and re-secure it over the battery. Line up the tabs in the holes, one on each side. Battery cover is secure. Back up, take an extra look at the engine, make sure you're not forgetting any tools. The last thing you want to do is start this engine with tools loose inside the engine compartment. At this point, two different things can actually happen. Number one, since we already had the battery disconnected, it's possible once we start the car, the onboard computer is going to communicate with that new part and possibly turn the check engine light off. If it does not turn the engine light off, and you do not have a scanner to erase the code, just visit your local AutoZone and they can erase the code for you. Inside the car, we're starting the engine. Let's see how it happens. Check engine light is off. That's it, nothing to it. Told you it was easy. Hey, do us a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely turn on your YouTube notifications in your settings, because once you do that, every video that we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us, and that will be cool. Thanks for watching.